Okay, in this today lecture, what we are going to cover, we are going to create a form, and with the help of that form, we will get the data from the user, and then that data will be stored on a sheet. Okay, so here also, if you want to create any other code, then you can also use. So what I am going to do, I will create a file, same, open the folder location. What is the folder location? We are going to open the folder location that is located in, at what location it is located in? It is located at the like 11 advanced Excel. Okay, this is the location. So here I want to create a new file. So window R, then Excel, then enter. We have opened the Excel file. It is taking time. Okay, now we have to select blank workbook. What I needs to do, I want that I have a data alt vz 0. What are those? ID, name, designation, salary. Okay, we have these data: ID, name, designation, and salary. What I want, we must have a form. When someone fill data in that form, then when click on this submit button, that data should be submitted here. Okay, so to create the form, first of all we need to understand from where we can create form. Similarly, we will have to reach to the developer mode. In the developer tab, you have insert. In the insert, we have some form controls as also there, but I will not create form from here. I want to create form from where? In the VBA. So that's why I will press Alt F11. What shortcut key I am using? Alt F11. When I press Alt F11, we are in VBA code editor. Okay, so here we have to insert something. What I want to insert? User form. I want to insert user form. That's why I will click here, and what I want to design, whatever you want to design, you can design it by using these toolbox. This is a toolbox. Here all the tools are available. Okay, if I bring my cursor here, you can read what is this? Text box. Okay, and what is this? This is a command button. And what is this? This is a frame. Okay, if you want to create a frame, you have to create a frame, but at this moment I want to use a text box, so to get the data from the user. And I also have a label, so I will use these two options. First is click on the label, and we will click here. When you click here, now this is showing that label 1. If you want to change the things here, you can, when you click here, the property window display everything. So in the property window, caption properties here, so we will change the caption name. But I want to take the like ID. Okay, ID, I said user ID, like ID. Okay, so now it is visible as ID. I want another text box, then what I will use? Label, not text box, label. Then I clicked again, and what name I want to give? I want to give name. Okay, ID, name. And what next? Designation. So I click here, and I have designation is here. So designation, and I want to again create another label. What is that? Salary. And then I click here, and I applied the salary, SALARY, salary. Okay, SALARY, salary. Okay, so we have these options are available. You can adjust these by moving from here to there. Okay, so whatever the design you want, you can adjust those accordingly. I have little bit moved it. Okay, so what I needs to do, I need to add a text box so that user can enter the value. So what is this? This is the text box. I will click here, and I will enter this ID. User will come and enter the ID. For this, for name, this for designation, and this for salary. And I will again align every label according to the text box. In front of text box, we have applied the labels. Got it? So we have labels available, we have text box available. if whatever you want to do you can do. I have selected all the things. If you want to place it inside the center, you can place the center. So what next I need a command button. Okay, this is a command button. I select this and I said save. Okay, when someone click on this button, what will happen, we will explain it later. Okay, so I say save. Okay, save, or anything else you want to, you can use. Now we have form is available, user form, but this form is not visible here. When we run anything, we don't have this form. So what I want to get that form. To display that form, we need a button, because we can write the code in that. So what I will do, I will use a command button, ActiveX button, like, and then I created a button. Okay, then I said display form. But I write here display form, DISPLAY, display form. When someone click on this button, then form should be displayed. Okay, design mode is off, but I am clicking and nothing is happening because we didn't write any code. So we have to add code. To add the code, we will enable it and double click on this. So here we have to write the code so that user form should be displayed. What is the name of this form? This form name is UserForm 1. So we have to write the code to display the user form. So as I already told you that you don't have to remember every code here. You can take help from the internet. Okay, but you must know one thing, how and what you want to do. Okay, so to do so, I already opened this website. What is that website? Is Easy Excel. So this is a website that will help you a lot for this VBA code. Okay, so this is the URL of this website. If you want to learn, you can learn it by means to say, if you want to learn VB from scratch, these websites help you a lot if you want to learn. Okay, so today they have built this form. If you want, you have to build. Okay, what I want to do, we have created the form as well. I just want to do one thing. When someone click on the command button, then that form should be visible. So what is this? This is the form name and this is the dot show, means to say this command will display the form. So what is our form name? Is UserForm 1. So I will pass UserForm 1, then dot show. When we write this code, okay, and come here. Now disable the design mode. When someone click on this display form, then form should be displayed. I clicked over here. Now form is available. It means that what next target is, whenever someone enter the data and then save button is clicked, then this complete data should be placed here. Okay, so to do so, what we have to do, first of all we need to enter the value, and then when we click on the save button, we will create a variable for all these values, and we will save these values in the location A2, B2, C2 and D2. Sorry. So I'll close this and I'll come back in the code window. We are in the code window, and how can I reach? Just enable the design board and double click here, and you are here. Okay, we have worked on the user form. This is the user form, and when someone click on this button, double click on this button, then again command button is available here. What we want to do, when someone click on that, we want that get the data from ID, name and designation and salary. I want to get the data from that. So I need to know the name of those forms variable. So I'll come back here and I need to know the name of these. So what is the name of this? Text box 1. What is the name of this? Text box 2, text box 3, text box 4. Okay, and caption, we didn't added any caption here because there is no option like for this text field caption. Okay, for this we have label, but we don't need these variables because these are the labels. These are just for the display purpose, so to make the user to understand. So we have these 4 boxes: text box 1, text box 2, text box 3 and text box 4. We want to collect this value, so double click here and come here. So what I want to do, I want to get the value from the text box 1. Okay, text box 1 dot value. We will get the value from the text box 1. So we will store this value in a variable. What variable? If you want to create a variable, then I will come here and I will create a variable. I want to create a variable dim and id as integer, because id is integer. Dim name as string, and dim designation as string, and dim and salary as double, we can say double. Okay, integer value means we can store only the means to say without points value, and if we have double, it means we can store the points value with the points. For example, if I want to store 10.5, then I can use 10.5 for double, and if I want to store 10, we can go for integer. Understand? If we, when we go for integer, we have whole numbers, and when we go for double, when we have decimal points value. Okay, floating point numbers we can say. So we have 4 variables are available, and I want to save the id in the text box. That's why id, then name equals to text box 2 dot value. We will get the value from the text box 2. id name designation equals to text box 3 dot value, and salary equals to text box 4 dot value. Understand? We have value available from id, name, designation and salary columns. So at this point we have values available, and what we want to do, we want to save this value to the sheets. Where we want to save? In sheet 1 at cell A2. id where we want to save? At sheet sheet 1 dot range, then A2. I want to save the value dot value what id. I want to save the id value in the sheets A2 dot value cell. Okay, understand? And similarly, I will copy this entire thing. If you want, we can copy 4 things: A1, B1, sorry, A2, B2, C2 and D2. We have to store the id, name, designation and then salary. Okay, all 4 values will be saved there. Now when you click on this, we have value 101, name I said user1, designation I said developer, and salary I said something like this, any value. Okay, when click on save button, now you can see data is saved here, data is available here. But if I change this 101 to 102, then I say save, value is overridden, but what it should be done, it should, what happened, what should be happened here, new record will be added when someone click on this button. Understand what I want to say? When someone fill the data, then click on the save button, then new record will be created here. When again user will fill another value, then save button is pressed, then new record will be added here. This should be happen. Okay, but it is not happening. So how to solve this problem? To solve this problem, we have some methods are available, so that they can let us know what is the next empty cell address. So we will get the next empty cell address, and based upon that we will fill the other values. Okay, so we will take the help from the website, is if there is anything is available or not. For example, these are the empty values, and they have done this like add item and checkbox, phone box text dot clear, city list box dot clear, and these are the variables. Date checkbox dot value equals to false. Assign the macros, it is assigning the macro. Money text dot text equals to this, and OK button. Empty row, here is the empty row. They have created a variable empty row. Now this is the line that will help us to identify the what is the next empty row. Okay, this is the line that will help us to identify what is the next empty row. Okay, so in which row it is checking? It is checking only on first column. Sorry, in which column it is checking? It is checking only in first column. A1 A means to say A colon A means entire A column. So to get this value, we just copied this and we will use this inside the code, and we will come here and we have code is available here. So we will come here and double click on this. Now we don't want to save the value here. First of all, we want to get the worksheet function dot. What is this worksheet function? We have to understand about this worksheet function. Dot count a range a1 colon a, and then plus, means to say it will check what is the next empty row. So we will get the row number here. So I don't want to save, I just want to use the, so to comment this code I will use hash symbol. I think has, no, it's not commented. Again I will write again these things. So I want to test, that's why create a new file notepad plus plus, and then paste here. We have data pasted here. Okay, so sheet 1 dot range a2 dot value, we will use this letter. Okay, at this point we have text box available and data is taken from there. I want to know the what is the empty row number. What I will get the row number here only. We will get the row number. So what it should return when we run this, it should return 1 2 3, it should return 3. Okay, so to get the 3 I will run this again and check message box, and then I said empty row. Okay, and then it will try to check how it is happening. So when someone click on this save button, type mismatch error. Wait a minute, I again run this 101 name user designation developer salary, like any value. When I click on save button, it says 3 because empty row column is 3. If I copy this content and paste it again here, and I change, if you want to change, you can change. You don't want, I don't want to change. Okay, so but at this point what row number I will get? 4th. So when I click here, I fill the data 105 A B C, I think, and anything you can enter, and when I run this code save, but I will get 4. So okay, so we have 4 is available, it means empty row number is 4. If we know the row number, then we can submit the data as well. How? By using these range options we can save. So that's why I will cut this and I'll come in the VB code editor and double click here, and then I will paste here. Okay, so remove this message box, I want to remove, and I don't want to save directly. What I will do, this number is taken from the empty row, so that's why I will remove this and I'll just use AND operation and then send empty row. Understand what is the value of empty row? Empty row is 4 at this moment. So I'll just copy this line of code and then paste again here, same, because column name is same, row number, sorry, not column name, row number is same and column numbers are changed, so that's why we have used this. Now we are in a position that we can save the data. So when someone click on this display button, display form, the form is available, and I said 105, then I said user 2, then I said designation developer, then I said salary. Okay, when I click on save button, it is added new record. If I again press save button, it will be added in new record. Understand? So this is the form handling. Like this, we have just created a very simple form, because I want that you to make you understand how forms work and what is your next task and what you have to complete up to Monday. You have to complete this link, use this link, and you have to create this form. Okay, this is the form, and what are the code will be used? Code is here. You have to just understand this code, and if you are not able to write this code, write your own code. As of now, I have write some very easy code as compared to this one, but you can use this as well. Okay, it will function properly. Thank you so much. I think you have got idea about this empty row, how these are they are using cells range. No, instead of using the range, they are using cells function. I already told you that you have to read this function as well. Okay, and we have covered this function in some last classes. Okay, and I hope so you understand about it, and thank you so much. We'll meet you in the next lecture. Bye bye.